This week, I was invited onto the Advancing Learning podcast with Macmillan Education, hosted by Will and Harry. And on that podcast, I focused on two key technologies that I really love. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you those technologies. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm actually going to show you some ideas so you can see what I actually do with these two technologies. As always, really hope you like the video. And if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, join me on my YouTube channel. Really helps me if you do any of those things, as I really need to boost my ranking on YouTube. I'll also leave a link in the description below to the podcast, though I have to say it hasn't been published yet. I presume it will be published next week. Let's get started. So this is the first website. It's called TurboScribe, and what it does is it will take any YouTube video and extract the transcript from it and the audio file, which means you can then use that with your students in class, or students can use it, of course, and listen to it. But you can also work with the two things together. So you can then afterwards work through the transcript while listening to the audio file. You can also access the transcript and check vocabulary. So there are loads of things you can do. And because I use YouTube so much, this for me is probably currently my favorite technology. So before I show you how it works, let me just click. I'm using a free account at the moment, okay? Because for a free account, you do get per day up to 3 videos of 30 minutes. And you can just see how much I'm using this website. It really is very, very powerful. So let me take an example in English, the example in fact that I used during the podcast. If I click here, what you'll see is that I added in a link to the YouTube video. It's extracted the whole of the transcript there, and I can go right through that transcript and look at it. And it's also provided me with the audio file here. Now I can actually click and listen and read at the same time. Now it doesn't give you the video, but if I just click here for a sec, you'll see what I mean.
If you're planning a trip to London and you're wondering when is the best time of year to visit, well, the truth is there isn't one best time of year, but I'm going to walk you through some of the pros and cons of each different time of the year.
Now, the other great thing about this, of course, is that I can download that audio. So if I'm teaching in a class where perhaps I haven't got a very good internet connection, then it is possible to download just the audio file. Now, I use YouTube a lot in my own studies, and let's just take an example. Let's imagine I was watching this video and I'm following it and I'm listening at the same time, and suddenly there's a word that I don't understand. Let's take this one here, budget conscious. What I can do just immediately is select those words, copy, jump over to Google Translate and get an immediate translation. Let's imagine, for example, that I'm a Polish speaker, or if I want it in Spanish, I can get the translation into Spanish. And of course, when you use Google Translate, you've got hundreds and hundreds of languages that you can choose from. So I love this ability to be able to jump and go through listening to the audio and reading at the same time, and then checking any words that I don't understand. Now, another great thing about this is, of course, you've got access to the whole of the transcript, which you could then paste into, say, Twee, or into ChatGPT, or into, say, WordWall, and turn it into an activity where the students would listen to the audio and complete the words. The most obvious way to do that is to click on Download Docs, because it will download the whole of the transcript for you, and you can see it's already done that. It's going to open up onto the screen, and of course now I can select this and add it into another technology. So if I just grab all of that text, okay, and copy, and then now what I can do is jump over to another technology and turn it into some type of activity. Let me show you an example. TurboScribe and Twee work really well together, and Twee does have a free option. So if I click on the plans here, you can get a free option. I highly recommend this technology because there are so many activities that you can generate. And if you do decide that you want to go pro, I'm going to put on the screen now a link, and I'll put it in the description as well, where you will get a discount. But what I want to do today is just show you a couple of examples examples of what you could do with TurboScribe. Now, if you want to learn more about Twee, I'll put a link on the screen now and you can watch that video, which is much more detailed about Twee. But let me just show you a quick example. If we click over on tools, and I said this isn't a training video about using Twee, when you can just see the number of exercise types and activities that you can use, and you can be very creative with this technology. I'm just going to do something simple just to show you how powerful this is. And if we come back to this one here, fill in a gap, I'm going to click on this. I just want you to watch this. I'm going to paste in that text. Okay, probably this text is a bit too long, but look how you make the gaps. You just click on the word. So if I just, you select the word, create gap. Let's do another one, budget. Select the word, create gap. Let's do one more here. Let's do warm weather person. So we do the word weather. Select the word, create gap. And you can actually create a gap with more than one word. So if I wanted, for example, personal preference, okay, then I can do it like that as well. All right, create gap. Now, when that's ready and I've done all my gaps, I can click on do the magic. Now, this isn't a particularly creative idea, but of course this means now that the students could do this as a listening comprehension. You could play the audio in class and the students would complete the gaps. Of course, students can also make these types of exercises themselves because they can access Twee for free. Now, once you've done your exercise, and I want you to notice also with Twee that you can add more exercises. So you could then build on what you've done. And let's say we've got that text there and we want to produce some A, B, C, D questions to go with it. We can click on there and it will work with that text and it will produce for you some multiple choice questions. We can choose the level. I'll put it at B1 and click on do the magic, and it will now make a gap fill activity. But after the gap fill activity, we're also going to have some comprehension questions. So you can see how working with TurboScribe can be linked to other technologies. Now, all you would need to do is to click on export, and you click on export and download that as a PDF file, give it out to the students, and there you've got yourself a listening comprehension with gap fills followed by some comprehension questions as well. So let me show you TurboScribe in action. I'm going to click on this video.
Welcome to London.
Very short video, which is what I want because obviously I want to do this quickly. I'm going to copy this. Remember, the video can be up to 30 minutes. Now I'm going to jump over to TurboScribe. I'm going to log in. I'm using a free account. Okay. And what I do is I click on transcribe files. Now, it actually works with video content as well, not just YouTube videos, but I always use it for YouTube videos. If you've got a link, just click here, paste the link in. The first thing you need to do is to import the video. So it brings the video in because it's then going to work with the audio file and extract the audio file and also extract the text. It's already ready. The last thing I need to do is to make sure I've got the right language. You can use this in multiple languages. I'm always using it in Polish. Now, if you've got a video with a lot of background noise, you might need to go more accurate and use this one. I tend to use Dolphin. It's not guaranteed that every single word is going to be perfect. It is advisable to go through and just quickly check, but it is very, very accurate. I'm going to click on transcribe and off it goes. Now, you'll even notice that it's starting to already download and transcribe the video. This is a short video, so it won't take very long. And I can see it there, transcribe it away until it gets to 100%. And now it's ready. It's as simple as that. I click on this link here, then it's going to open it up. I can play it. I've got here the text, and of course I've got all these useful buttons here on the right hand side, including the ability to download, the ability to edit a transcript, to share the transcript, and the one that I showed you as well, to download the transcript. Just a super quick break from the video. If you like what you're seeing and you want more free videos, then please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Make use of the drop down menus at the top of the screen. There's loads of content that you can access. If you really want to follow my work, then sign up to the newsletter. You get updated with all the latest videos and the free webinars that we often run. And as part of that, you'll also get a free 14-part course in using technology in language teaching. There are no tricks. Literally all of the technologies that I highlight are free or have a free option. If you want to know more about the courses that I run, the consultancy that I do, then please go to the end of the video because I provide more details to you. But one final thing, many people ask me how I make my videos. Well, I use Camtasia. And if you want to try out Camtasia, I'll put a link in the description below. You can download and use it for free. There's also a free quite detailed course that you can access, and I'll put that in the description below. And there are also 2 links where you can buy Camtasia from me, and one of them will give you a very good discount if you're working in education. Thank you very much. Let's get back to the video. The second technology I want to focus on is one that's brilliant for pronunciation. It's brilliant for listening. It's brilliant to get access to lots and lots of different accents when you're learning, for example, English. But the idea of this technology is you can paste in any text and then listen to that text being read out with a native-like accent. And you can choose Australian English and English and American English, etc. Now, even more interesting than that, this works in other languages. So I use this predominantly in Polish, but sometimes in French and Spanish as well. You don't even need to sign in. Naturalreaders.com it's called. In fact, you click on Get Started, and I'm just going to go for personal. Click here, and I'm going to close down the text that's on the screen, and I'm just going to paste in a bit of text, and then we're going to get a voice to read it out, and you'll just see how good the voices are. So let me just grab a quick piece of text from my website. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back over to Natural Readers. I'm going to paste that text in. This is the incredible thing. If I click here, I've got all these voices that I can choose from, different accents, Australian English, we've got here Indian English, New Zealand, Ireland, Wales. And if I click back, I've also got loads of English accents and American English accents. I'm going to choose an English accent. I'm going to choose Sonia, click away. So let's listen to how Sonia reads this text out for me.
In 2020, more than 3 million people watched videos on my channel. I currently have around 80,000 subscribers, and I am able to generate an income from my channel.
Okay, you can see the quality. Of course, I could change. So for example, if I wanted to listen to a different accent, then I could scroll down and let's say I'm going to go for English Others and William. And then what I could do now is just play this, and it's going to be William that's going to read the rest of the text out.
I currently have around 80,000 subscribers, and I am able to generate an income from my channel.
Now that's absolutely superb. Now, of course, you can put in any text or you can write in the text. And so this can be really good for pronunciation. Now, generally, I like to listen to words in sentences, but there are times when I really just need to get my mouth around a sound, particularly when I'm learning Polish. And so I do often just write individual words and then listen to the pronunciation. And I use this site. So let me quickly show you an example. So I'm just going to quickly write in some words, and I'll write in words where the stress changes so that we can really hear if the system is able to understand where the stress lies on a particular word. So this is a good idea. We've got the word photo, photographer, photograph, and photography. So the stress changes. Let's see how William deals with these words.
Photo, photographer, photograph, photography.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, I just want to remind you as well that this works in multiple languages, not only in English. So if you're teaching other languages or studying other languages like me, then this is absolutely fantastic. And as you can see, it's got Polish, which obviously is really useful to me, and Spanish and French, but there are plenty of other languages there as well. Wonderful tool. You can use that for up to 4,000 characters per day. Really generous, the free offer, and you don't even need to sign in. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and if you did, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Make use of all the drop down menus at the top, loads of content, and there's also some content on the front page that you can access. If you want to keep up with my work, sign up to the newsletter. You get updated with all the latest videos and the free webinars that we organise. And of course, part of that as well is the 14-part video course where I basically highlight the most popular technologies on the website And nearly all of the technologies that I highlight are free or have a free option. I send you a video every 3 or 4 days, and that can be really useful if you kind of want to boost your general knowledge of using technology in language teaching and language learning. If you'd like to do live training with me, then join me on Patreon. If you join me on Patreon, you get access every month to 3 additional videos, and these videos cover technologies that I often don't cover on YouTube. There's no advertisements, and I go into more detail around the ideas. So these are very much practical videos for giving teachers ideas of how they can use technology, teaching online or teaching in the classroom. Apart from that, of course, you get the live training with me. We meet once a month online. We look at normally just one technology, but sometimes 2. And we do lots of activities with those technologies so that we get really familiar with them. Now, there's about 80 people on Patreon, but most people just accept the recording and don't join me live. But there's normally a group of about 10 or 12 people. And that's really interesting if you want practical ideas and you really want to build up your confidence with using the technologies. The other thing, if you join me on Patreon, you will get at this moment access to all the backdated content. So if you pay your $6 a month, not only will you get access to the new videos, but in fact you'll get access to all the many videos that are already up on Patreon. So you might like to think about joining me on Patreon and joining me for live training. A lot of people contact me about Camtasia. I am a recommended TechSmith Camtasia trainer. You'll find me on their website. And if you're looking for training in Camtasia, either on a one-to-one basis or just small groups, perhaps you're looking to learn how to make training videos or to build up your YouTube video and use Camtasia to create your YouTube videos like I do, then please contact me and we can discuss the training. Don't forget, as I did mention, there is a link below where you can click and access Camtasia for free and give it a test. There's also a useful 6-part course that you can make use of, and in fact that was sponsored by TechSmith Camtasia. And there are a couple of links where you can buy Camtasia from me, and there is a discount in the educational version. And finally, on the front page, there is information about the 2 courses that I run. One is a course in using technology in language teaching and language learning. I do that course in collaboration with Niall. It's proved to be very popular, and you can click and get information. It takes you straight through to the Niall website where you can find out the prices, the dates of the next course, etc. The other course is my very popular course on YouTube. I've managed to build up my YouTube channel to 80,000 subscribers and plus, and I've done that without doing any advertising, basically spending hours and hours on YouTube learning all of the little tricks by watching videos where people reveal what you need to do. Building up a YouTube channel is actually much easier than you think. There are several things that you need to do, but it can be done if you've got a nice idea, and you can actually make money from YouTube right from the start. Now, if you want to learn more about YouTube, again, you can contact me on the website and I can do one-on-one consultancy, or you can put your name down, and the next time that I'm running that YouTube course, I will contact you. It's very popular. We've probably run it 20 or 25 times now, and it's a very popular course where I really take you through everything that you need to know to build up and succeed. Of course, you need to do the work, but I do make it all clear. And the key thing about that course is it's just going to save you hours. I spent hours and hours watching videos and learning all about YouTube. I'm going to summarize basically everything that you need to know in 2 hours. If you're interested, sign up, and the next time I'm running that course, I will let you know. Thanks for listening to all this information at the end, and I'm going to leave a few more videos on the screen now that you might find useful.